How do you make $1,000 in 6.5 minutes? Stick around. Welcome back to Cloud 42. I'm James. Last weekend, I got a chance to go down to Southern California for the Bar Z Summer Bash. Every year, Stan Zinkowski opens up his home and his shop to a couple hundred people, including a couple dozen members of the YouTube machinist creator community. And it's just a couple of days to hang out. There's usually a huge raffle with prizes donated by a couple of dozen sponsors or more. There's an all-day live stream. There's usually a swap meet. This year there was a TIG class taught by Jim Bollinger, and one event that comes back nearly every year is the 4-Jaw Challenge. It's a single elimination tournament to see who can dial in a part in a 4-jaw chuck the fastest. I entered it this year just because I thought it would be fun. I did not expect to make it very far. In fact, I expected to be eliminated during the first round, but that's not exactly how it went down. My friend Uchel over at Woods Creek Workshop recorded the final round. Here it is.
Remember these?
Yeah, fun of those.
Okay. 2 surfaces on these need to be dialed in. This space and the inside peripheral of the bearings. Okay? So your total run out will be the most out of either one of these 2. Okay? All right? You got a chuck on this side.
Right.
Hold it and look at it. And I mean study it. Okay? You're putting that in the 4-jaw.
Oh my.
This is the point at which I'm realizing this part is 5-way symmetric, and I've got a 4-jaw chuck.
I am going to give you beaters. Yes. Okay? Now you can put these wherever you want in here. I don't know if they fit in here or whatever. You get one. Here is yours, James.
Wow.
You are also allowed to use a pry bar. And there'll be a pry bar for you. Like I said, you can set these on the ground, you can put them in your back pocket, you can slip them wherever you want. Here is yours.
This is devious. I like it. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I like this.
Here's $1,000 on the line.
No, that's not the one that
$1,000 and the belt. Yeah. You ready?
Nope.
Are we ready, guys?
Are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Set. Go.
The first idea I had here was just a chuck on the inside. There's a very small lip, but
You have to chuck on the outside.
Oh, man.
it looks like Adam was planning on doing the same thing, but we both reset. And this is me committing to having that top jaw just locked in between 2 of those ribs. So that means I'm going to have to rotate the part instead of being able to translate it with the jaws.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see the realization on my face that that's how this is going to go. And now Adam's already got the thing in, and he's pulling out the indicator, and I'm thinking at this point, yeah, nope, I'm done. So I've got it out. I'm thinking about how I'm going to reset. And starting again. Now this is starting to look a lot better now. So I'm going to pull the indicator out and see how close we are. And it's actually a ways off, but I think I can move this in and I can work with this. Now at this point, I'm looking at the lines on the indicator and thinking those are 5 thou apart. They're not. They're 10 on this indicator, but you know, in the heat of the moment, I missed that, so I'm about to declare victory here, a little bit prematurely.
You dial both surfaces?
I'm not even close. I may not even be close either. We'll see. Oh, let's see what happens here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
You're not within 5.
Okay.
Nope.
Right. So keep going.
Turns out those lines are 10 thou apart. Now I'm tapping on this, but because there's casting draft on the part, it's also moving as I tap it in and out. So this is kind of translating in 3 dimensions as I'm working here.
When I went against Adam, I pulled mine all the way out and re-looked at it.
You can see now Adam's got the part out in his hand and remounting it.
Don't give up. Shell line still open?
Oh, yeah. Run them great, you're good.
And that phase looks good, and I can't remember if I indicated the bore, which of course I just did, so I'm checking it again. And we're good. Let's see if Keith agrees.
All right, that's one. Set it where you're ready to get face.
And of course I'm setting it on the extreme outside edge. If I'd thought about this, I would have set it in further to give myself some more margin. Now this is real close, but I didn't want to risk tapping it again and potentially even popping it out of the jaws.
Good job. I'll call that 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Time.
That was awesome, man. Wow.
Great job, guys.
Well earned.
Cool. Wow.
Skateboard of equalization. I'm here to click my 75%.
That is awesome. That part is insane. The belt up there.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
You want to explain what this thing is that we just were tortured
It's
with?
a nightmare. It's a nightmare. These are a pair of Chrysler Cordova brake rotors, and the old schools like old school cars like that had your hub and your brake rotor all built as one piece. I cut the brake rotors off, and I use these for big brake conversion kits on old Chryslers. But one of my customers ended up running a Ford wheel and needed this register turned down, and I'd already sent them these. So I had to find a way to chuck this back into place, hold it in the lathe, and be able to turn this rotor.
And
The
that's
one
got
thing
and that's
that
got
makes-
5. It's got 10 vanes, but they're not evenly spaced.
It's a 5-lug pattern with 2 supporting ribs per lug, but you've only got 4 jaws. And what ends up hurting you is this jaw right here that drops down between these 2 ribs. It's not bottomed out, but these ribs are trapping that jaw. And if this hub is offset this way, you can't just push it straight over with this jaw. You have to loosen 2 jaws and pivot the thing. So now you take a chance on your part falling out of the machine. It's a real trick, but if you face anything like this at all on your own, just take a piece of key stock or bar stock or something like that. You back off this jaw. You've got it in there nice and tight.
I was trying to win.
Yeah,
Back
right.
that off, instead
And
of
then you
using my
put set your
pen,
key stock this way?
you put a piece of key stock right
Yeah,
here,
okay.
and all your
And now
problems are gone. That solves your problem, and you now that cures it. No more problems. Boom, you're centered up about 30-45 seconds. Nice and easy.
Are you a sociopathic?
But without this, I'm more of a sadist. This is what fixes it, and that's why we don't allow it in this challenge.
Well, you did give me a crowbar that would
I
fit
gave
in
you
there.
a pry bar to be able to square this up.
You know, you
I
give me
gave
a
you a
pry
hammer
bar
to
to
tap it
use.
back, and I gave you a pry bar to pull it out in case you tap it back a little too far.
Okay, so if I
And
had
if you
grabbed the
look-
pry bar and thrown it in there, you would have stopped me.
Well, you wouldn't be able to spin
That would
it.
have avoided the challenge.
Okay.
You wouldn't have been able to spin it anyway.
I think it was a short bar. I think I could.
But raise it again. One of those hammers. The hammer. The thing that you may not have realized is on the hammer to allow you to tap it into place. That's okay. Some people end up using this side, and well, it doesn't quite work the same way. That's a ball peen hammer with a cap on it. So if you start tapping on it like that, that's what you get.
That's devious. I like it. I really, really like that.
Is that the Adam booth? Is that the Adam booth memorial hammer?
That's great.
Is it?
This is devious. I love it. That was fun. I really enjoyed that.
Well, thanks,
Well, it was well
thanks for playing
deserved,
along.
James.
Yeah,
You know,
thanks.
Thanks for participating and having fun out here at the back.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. And that's how you make $1,000 in 6.5 minutes. Now, I don't actually have the belt with me here today. Stan is shipping it to me because I didn't want to let airport security take it out of my carry-on. But when it gets here, we'll do another video and maybe CNC engrave the back of the buckle. Now, the belt's only mine for a year, so if you want a shot at it, come to the bash next year and see if you can take it from me. Good luck. Thank you for watching.